Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time Car Show. Today coming to you live from the monthly Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In. Today, down here inside the Loop on 5969, the Southwest Freeway, at the what is called the Kirby location. You can take the Shepherd exit coming or going. We Need More Jeff is going to review his pre-owned car of the week, the Nissan Kicks. That's right, kicks are for kids. We've got the racing calendar, and we'll also have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. That and more just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Show from the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex here in Southwest Houston. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We need more Jeff Dziekan.
We do.
Our head engineer, Mr. David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us this morning. This segment of In Wheel Time is sponsored by Garages of Texas. Luxury garage suites. Put a roof over your ride, and a nice one at that, I have to add.
Very cool.
All right, so it's kind of a crazy morning because we've been kind of telling stories. It's been a unique show so far, and I have a feeling the next 2 hours will be even more unique. Isn't that right, Mr. Mars?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing down there?
Well, we have
No,
a camera.
what are you doing on your computer?
Oh, I'm
Are you
monitoring.
watching porn again?
Yes, I'm monitoring things.
Are you? What?
He's got the show.
What would that be?
He's got the show up.
Don't ask. I did want to tell you one story this morning on the way over here. Now, weird
Becky,
things happen.
he's acting up again.
So we come over an overpass, and I mean, you're coming over the overpass. We're coming down off of it, and I'm doing 75 in a little bit over the speed limit. And, I mean, I hear this thing blow by me. It's a Camaro. I couldn't see him coming because he was on the other side of the overpass. But I counted out 5 seconds. I couldn't see his taillights again, and I'm doing 75 miles an hour. I mean, he blew by me on Interstate 10 like we were up on Interstate 45 Raceway.
Well, I have to tell you that you hear about these overnight, especially early morning accidents where people get killed. There's your sign.
I mean, he was fast. He was hauling donkey like you wouldn't believe.
Hauling donkey.
I have never heard that term before.
He's used it twice.
What is that? I get the
hauling the rear end of a donkey.
It could be that.
The donkey is the A word.
Yes.
Okay.
hauling donkey.
Hauling donkey.
Really? Okay. So Ainsley was going to tell us his story about.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
He left again.
He left again because he. Are you able to talk to us? Okay, good. Because we wanted to hear David's story on the purchase of the new Ainsley wagon.
Let's gather around, folks.
That's
this
right.
is good.
Yeah.
I am a minivan guy, so go ahead.
Well, you just spoiled the whole thing. You didn't have to tell him that it was a minivan thing.
And the main actor gets killed in the end.
But,
and they all live happy
but I want you to know that I have plans for it. So please tell us the story. Why and how, as a single man, now the owner of a minivan?
Single handsome man.
The real reason?
Yes.
In case I need to bug out, I can load up half the house in that thing and get on the road.
So you're always ready, like you always have been, but that's not the real reason.
No, I'm not a minivan guy.
Oh,
you know?
I don't know anybody that really is, to be honest with you.
But I was shopping Emmons and, looking at
what they had.
Looking for something for my son to give him in a couple years. I was going to drive it now, but I see this thing, and it looks brand new in pictures.
What is it?
It's a 2003 Honda Audacy V6.
Wow.
With 36,000 original miles.
Oh, my God. 36,000 miles.
I'm thinking, they've tripped the odometer on this thing, and it's got 336,000 miles.
No.
Let me go take a look at it. So I popped down there because I live pretty close. And this thing looks brand new, inside and out.
I saw it, and I have to agree. It does. Clearly, it has been garage kept and pampered with I guess grocery store and church runs. That's all I can
Looks
think
like
of.
Oh, yeah.
Looks
I
like
mean, the leather seats don't even have any crinkles in them.
No.
No.
It really is. I mean,
So-
and how much did you pay for it?
$10,000.
Wow.
$10,000. I'm in.
And
I want
and you're
that.
going to give this to a 16-year-old boy.
No,
After
no,
he
no.
gets done with it.
No. I'll just keep it. I'll make it the daily and put my Infinity in the garage. And,
Well, I have to tell you, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, so I blacked out the window so you can't see me.
Oh.
Okay.
So we have limo black, you know.
Yeah.
And the seats
And-
fold
and-
down.
And,
Yeah.
and it's got bucket seats in the second row, right?
Right?
So you can put a big bag of candy in between the seats.
I'm not going by looking at little girls there, Mike.
Big bag of candy. Is that what you
He
had in
blacked
mind?
out the
for
windows.
Halloween.
He blacked out the windows.
Oh,
and
it took me a moment to
Halloween's
think, why
coming.
would you put a big bag of candy
Well,
in there?
Halloween's coming.
Candy
It's just
little
for the
guy, I get it
kids.
now.
yeah, okay.
yeah.
You got to work with me. I'm old. And
Oh,
that's the
my
joke.
God.
And
Well, it
decrepit.
fits. I mean, we're right next door to Twin Peaks.
Old
I'm
and
just saying.
decrepit.
Well, way to go.
Nice.
How is it? Now that you've had it for, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, a couple weeks. And starts right up, goes.
Good pep.
It's
You know.
probably never even had the spark plugs changed in it in almost 20 years.
Well, me and my son are
Working
changing fluids and, you know,
That's good.
flush the brakes, and everything looks good. You know?
Of course it does. How about the tires? Are they dry rotted off of it?
No, brand new.
Brand new tires.
Wow.
Brand new.
Well, that's what Emmons does. You know, he's going to do quite a bit of that.
Yeah.
Remember?
They're gonna
And so-
yeah. They can,
Refurb it.
Yep.
yeah.
You know, it's good to know that there are actually cars still available like that around these days.
I was shocked, and I thought, okay, you know.
well, to
We'll
that-
go down there and check it out.
To that
And
Yeah,
you
but-
said,
well-
"Oh my God, please don't put any aftermarket wheels on it."
No, it's
Put
got
some
aluminum
20
wheels.
Put some
I mean,
20s on it.
I mean, it's got nice little aluminum wheels.
No, don't do anything to it. Keep it original.
No.
I was gonna
drop
put
an
a-
LS in it and tub it out.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was going to put a cold air intake.
There you go.
Okay, you can
Can
do
it?
that.
You know.
I don't know
I don't-
why.
I
Why
don't-
would you want
I
to?
don't know.
Just change the air filter. It's probably already been
It's
changed.
I'm
Brand
thinking,
new.
perfectly clean.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking Borla exhausts.
No.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
a
is it
cam.
what
Side pipe.
automatic
A low peak.
transmission?
Put some
Is it
side pipes on
a 6-speed automatic?
Uh,
No,
I think it's a
No.
four.
Potato.
four or 5-speed. No, 4.
I think it's 4. And the reason I say
Yeah,
that, my
it is
mom's
4.
got an 82 Audacy. It's got 85,000 miles on it. But it don't look nothing like yours. My dad was a little, before we took the keys, he was a little problem.
Aggressive.
Banging.
A little
aggressive, yeah. He
That's
liked
where
to
you
move
get
things.
it from.
Yeah.
That's where you get it from.
But I mean, it's still in pretty good shape, but it just does not look nothing like
you
yours
really
anymore.
need to take some pictures of it before it gets dinged and all that stuff, and so we can feature it on the In Wheel Time website,
Yeah.
and we'll put it up on Facebook.
I can do that.
now, you know, with
As a matter of fact, why don't next week when you're doing your used car review, use the minivan?
we'll do.
Yeah.
George said you ought to put an IWT wrap on it. And we could have the truck and the van.
No. If you're going to put any kind of a wrap on it, we're going to have some wood paneling, fake wood paneling down the side.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
you
Woody.
Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Woody.
You
Woody
take a Woody
inside
down
or
to Woody's
outside?
next week.
No, I'm
Get it done this
what
week.
I'm thinking is that I'm thinking about the family truckster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, this is beige, right?
Yeah.
It's beige.
So
Is
the
it
wood
gold?
would go with it really well.
No. What you do is that you would get some dark mahogany wood for the side of it.
There you go.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it can
yeah, yeah.
contrast a little bit, so you could actually see the
So-
wood grain.
The front floor mat has the original sticky clear thing
Uh-huh.
from the dealer.
Yep.
Still.
Man.
That is unbelievable.
I mean, the carpet looks brand new. Not one stain, spot, nothing.
When
Well-
you do the wrap of the wood, make sure it's some exotic, illegal-looking wood.
You know,
so that you get-
I'm thinking.
Like a teak. Or
Yeah,
that's what
dark teak.
I'm thinking, a dark teak.
Yeah.
Because you can stain teak any color you want to. So
I-
get you some dark, and get you and your make it a weekend project, and do a woody.
Is this vinyl? Are we going to stick it on the
Yeah,
side?
Yeah.
Just like the factory did.
And we can put a her shifter in it. Be awesome.
No, we're not going to do that. But I think a little touch up on the paint down the side, in the form of the family truckster.
Woody. Now, were you with the price and the mileage, and you said you want to go take a look at it just to be sure? With all the flooding that's been going on and the hurricanes and weather, there's going to be a lot of cars out there that aren't going to be quality. There's going to be a lot of things
There was
slipped
no
in.
flooding.
Well, there's flooding in Louisiana. There's flooding all the way up to the East Coast. You know, those cars are going to be back on the market. You saw them underwater.
Yeah. I looked at it. It doesn't smell.
He wouldn't sell a car that's been
No,
on.
I'm not talking. I'm
Not
saying
in-
that
not
there are going to
knowingly,
be those
anyway.
coming
Right,
out.
right.
Yeah.
There will be those coming out.
There could be, some bad actors trying
Scrupulous,
to,
yeah, exactly.
unscrupulous, trying to sell that. But yeah,
Well, what gives me hope is the fact that there are cars out there like that. If you look, you will find them. And many of them here in the Houston area, a lot of them maybe on the outskirts. Maybe you'd have to drive to Brenham or something. But whatever the case may be, they are out there. Hey, the 2001 Corvette that I bought, what was that, 4 years ago? It had only 16,000 miles on it when I bought it. And it was, what, an 18-year-old car, 17-year-old car?
nice.
Yeah. I've been looking for one of those. I haven't found another one like that.
They're out there. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and that's
Generally speaking, it's older people that buy their last new car.
or they think it's their last new car.
And they put it in the garage and they take it out for drives on, Sunday afternoon, go get them a sandwich at the barbecue joint out in Fulshire or something. And that's it. And they put it away, and it sits in the garage most of the time.
That was one of the things that really surprised me about David's find, that this was at a dealer. I mean, down at Emmons Motor Place.
Well, yes, but you have to understand that probably was not a trade. It was probably bought from out of auction, be my guess. I'm not sure. But I would imagine that they bought it out of the auction.
Oh yeah.
And they send it through the rehab center that they've got out there.
Yeah, recon, reconditioning.
And, put the new tires on it and, cleaned it all up for you and everything. And, okay, so they made $1,000 or $2,000 off of it. I'm more than willing to give a dealer like Emmons that they need the profit. They're in business, for God's sake.
They got to make money. I have no problem with that. I just don't want somebody to make their Hawaiian vacation off of me.
Well, and if you go there, I've been there, you've been there, we've all been there. It's a wonderful place to go. Very clean, very respectable. It looks brand new, but it's not. So go on out there, check them out.
We need to take a quick break here. Important message, and we'll be right back with more.
Garages of Texas offers first-class luxury garage suites to keep your collection in a safe, secure location with 24-hour access. You'll love your own private space that's developed with other like-minded enthusiasts in 2 Houston area locations, in Katy and the Woodlands. Visit garagesoftexas.com to see how other enthusiasts have designed their motor vehicle man cave. But you need to act fast. These properties are almost sold out. Visit garagesoftexas.com for full details.
We thank them as a good sponsor of the show, Garages of Texas. Check them out online. Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Show on this Saturday. We are out at the Lupe Tortilla Kirby location inside the Loop on 5969, what we all lovingly refer to as the fabulous Southwest Freeway. Fabulous. It's funny because if I had somebody that wasn't from here tried to get me to explain to them how is a freeway, and this section of the freeway runs east and west, how is that the Southwest Freeway? Well, it makes a turn down here at the fabulous West Park curve and goes southwest and heads down toward Corpus Christi. But it also, if you want, I try to explain to somebody, okay, well, what is 59? I said, well, which portion of it? 59 the southwest or 59 the east tex? And try to explain to somebody that has no clue about that. It's like the 405 in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. I've been on that.
Yeah. You'll never forget once you've been on the 405.
No.
But, Houston's not unlike other major cities. They have their own unique ways of naming roads. Did you know that 290 is the Northwest Freeway? Mm-hmm. Did you? You knew that? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you knew that 225 was the Pasadena Freeway.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That goes out to Highway 146. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there's I-10. It's either the Baytown East or the Katy Freeway.
Katy West, yeah. And the 405. I've been to Venice Beach, too.
I've been to Venice Beach.
I was in a Muscle Man contest.
Muscle Beach?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been there. Competition.
I think you're lying.
I am.
Seriously lying.
It was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and we were drinking. So.
No, you hadn't stopped drinking from the night
that's
before.
Probably true too. I don't remember.
Let's do the racing calendar.
I've got it right here. Thank you, Conrad, for sending this to me.
You know, I saw yesterday, this week, I guess it's been the past couple of weeks, talk about Dale Earnhardt Jr. joining up and racing in the Xfinity Series again.
He raced last weekend.
Did he?
Yeah.
And he's going to race this weekend?
I don't know about that because the race was on last night, and this morning when I got up at 4 o'clock, the ESPN, there was the Bristol race for Xfinity, or the not the big guys, the like a Busch race was last night, and it was sideways going across the line, wrecking the winner and the second place guy went across the line. They crashed, took everybody out at the end after the checkered flag went. Oh, it was
like the famous
mess.
Talladega and
Right.
the Daytona races.
But that racing we'll talk about here in just a minute. But he raced, I think he was like up to 7th, and then he fell back through pit stops and things last week.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So the racing calendar. Thank you for sending this, Conrad. We did the 24 Hours of Le Mans. That was last weekend, and then we're coming up.
It was?
Yeah. Well, it says 8/21.
That's August. 8/21 is August
last
the 20th.
month. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Le Mans. And I did watch some of that.
Why would we talk about a race?
Well, because it's there. It was just a typo, so it's all right. So yesterday and today, the DeWalt NHRA Carolina Nationals.
Because if I didn't call you out, George would.
Well, yeah, I was waiting for either one of you to call me on that, but it's probably a typo, no problem. At the ZMAX Dragway, how about that? And then on September 24th through the 26th is NHRA Midwest Nationals. October 2nd through the 10th, that doesn't make sense, but it's Texas NHRA Fall Nationals at the Texas Motorplex. So it's actually, October 2nd, let's call it that. And then NASCAR Cup. Today, Bristol Saturday night race. We just talked about the other ones, the Xfinity.
Oh, tonight's Bristol?
Tonight's Bristol.
That half-mile bowl?
Yes. It's going to be awesome. I'll tell you all about it because I'll watch it. And then 9/26, September 26th is Las Vegas. October 3rd, Mike, is Talladega.
Yeehaw.
And then we've got Formula One. Don't really care about that. But it's September 26th in Russia. Then on the 10th of October, it's the Turkish Grand Prix.
Do they smoke a hookah before they get in the car?
I don't know. It could be.
Hookah.
I think the trophy is a hookah.
Is that what it is? A great big 6 foot
Is that like
tall
a
one?
bong?
It's kind of like a bong,
Kind
yeah.
of like a bong. And then on October 24th is the U.S. Grand Prix at where? COTA, Circuit of the Americas in Austin. It's the IMSA race.
Oh, by the way, I think that the NASCAR people have re-signed to come back to COTA next year.
Oh.
And when are they going to do it? I think it's in March again.
When it rains?
When it rains.
Oh, boy.
Uh-huh. What a disaster that turned out to be.
That's bad. And then September, we got Laguna Seca. 9/25, you got September 25th, you got Long Beach Grand Prix. October 10th, you've got the Virginia International Indy race.
Brought to you by Virginia Slims.
Virginia Slims. Tomorrow is WeatherTech race at Laguna. And
I knew a woman that smoked Virginia Slims. Those things were about 3 feet long.
And they were skinny.
They were skinny.
Like a pencil.
Yeah. And I think that the ones that she had were like brown. They looked like a little cigar.
Oh, boy.
Were they homemade?
They could be.
Were they twisted on the end?
Yeah. And no.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. The one part of it was in her mouth.
Oh.
And the other part was lit, so I don't know.
And lastly, on the 26th of this month, you've got Long
Kinda like
Beach
I
Grand
am.
Prix.
Okay.
That's it for the racing calendar.
All right. Time now for this hour's pre-owned car of the week.
I've got that, too.
And that would happen to be the Nissan Kicks.
Yep.
And so you'll have to explain to everybody what the Kicks is because it's a relatively new nameplate.
It is. And actually, there's two ways you can look at the Kicks.
So there's many ways you could look at the Kicks.
Oh, many ways at the Kicks. But the one I'm doing is the 2019 Nissan Kicks SR. That's K-I-C-K. The other Kicks that's known is the K-I-K-S. There's 2 versions of it, and here we'll get into that in just a second. But the available trim levels are the S, the SR, the SV, and a hatchback. What we're doing is the SR. It is a subcompact SUV, passengers of 5. Now, exterior, there's many packages. There's paint packages and there's accessory packages, and you can get a lot of these accessories through the department, and you can ask for certain things to put on there. You've got LED lamps, you've got sleek slope design, you've got blind spot warnings, which most vehicles have nowadays. And on the interior, you've got airbag sensing, front and rear seats. Now, there's a lot of stuff in this interior. It's actually pretty cool stuff. You got the turn signal mirrors. You've got cloth with some leather options. The leather options generally go with the SV or maybe the higher versions, Mike, or the higher model pricing. Speed sensor volume. You've got 8-inch infotainment screen. You've got 6 to 8 speakers on the auxiliary audio. Android is standard. Apple CarPlay is optional on the SR and the SV. You got Wi-Fi hotspot. You got Bluetooth, hands-free phone, so you could listen to the podcast of In Wheel Time in your Kicks. Now, those are also on the SR and the SV. It's a 1.6-liter inline 4-cylinder, 122 massive horsepower at 6,300 RPMs, 114 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000. It's a continuous variable speed, or a CVT transmission. Mileage, you got 31 in the city, 36 on the highway, or combined of a 33. 10.8-gallon fuel tank, which is pretty decent. Ride and handling, you got stability and traction control. You've got 4-wheel ABS, engine immobilizer, which I'm not really a fan of, but it's got it. And then
engine immobilizer. What the hell? Is that the start-stop feature?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
No, I'm out.
So depending on the mileage and condition, anywhere from 19,000 to 23,000, depending on the mileage.
No.
Now, the Nissan Kicks is a subcompact crossover SUV, like we talked about, produced by Nissan since 2016. The crossover was initially introduced as a concept car under the same name and was premiered at the, 2014 Sao Paulo International Motor Show.
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yes. Nissan claimed
they have Brazilians down there.
They do, and more than Brazilian. They've got more than a Brazilian.
Made you think, didn't
it? Nissan claimed the concept is inspired by the streets of Brazil. Currently, the Kicks nameplate is used for 2 similar-looking vehicles, built on different platforms, but the dimensions are different. So there you go.
No doubt.
There you go.
No
and that's
doubt.
What we have. Yay! Back to you.
Don.
Back to you, Don. Now all the news that is the news.
I think you just signaled somebody by doing that.
Probably.
We're going to get an air attack or something.
All right.
Perfect.
Mars, what did you bring to the table today? Because it's your turn. We've been carrying the load here for the past hour and a half.
Well, I've been busy over here doing some technical stuff.
You have not been doing any technical stuff. That's all been taken care of. There's no lying on this show.
Well, if I can't lie,
we started out lying.
Mr. Peanut doesn't lie.
Mr. Peanut.
I would like to tell you one story real quick. We were talking about California and being out in California and going to Muscle Beach. And
I was there. I was doing a competition.
Venice
it was awesome.
Yep, I was involved in a little incident on the 10, as they called it at the time. And that's when I learned
in California?
In California.
Oh, that's not good.
That's when I learned shortly thereafter that if the postman knocks on your door on a Saturday, don't answer it. Because he's got something for you that you need to sign, and it's never good on a Saturday.
Yeah. Well, what was it?
It was
a ticket?
No. I got the tickets while I was out in California. But it was
I thought that this was California that you got this.
Well, that's where the incident happened, but it was a couple of weeks later that I got a knock on the door.
In Nederland.
And got notified that I was being sued for $10 million.
Okay.
Which I thought was rather impressive at the time.
Yeah.
But again, that's when I learned don't answer the door.
And why were you being sued?
Because of this little incident. There was a little accident on the 10 out there in California. That
were you involved
in multiple vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah.
And Mike's not.
Well,
your
what the
son's
hell
nodding his head
happened? You
over
can't
there.
leave us
Well,
hanging.
no, I can't tell you too much, but it was so.
Why not?
I
the
was
suit's
I
driving.
want to
pending.
know everything.
I was driving a truck.
Is it still pending?
Got caught. Nope. I got caught in some traffic. I had to stop rather abruptly.
Then
Not
you ran into the
abruptly
back of
not
somebody.
abruptly enough, and then somebody ran into the back of me, and then somebody tried to change lanes to avoid running into the back of him and hit the car in the next lane, who pushed over into the other lane, and it was a big mess. And then the California Highway Patrol shows up, says, "Get these vehicles out of here." Well, my vehicle, it broke the steering arm on my vehicle, so you couldn't drive it. That's when I found out those big brush guards on the front of the old four-door Fords, they work. He pushed that truck straight off the freeway without even thinking about it. Left big black marks and
Oh,
everything.
my God. Look at that.
So
nice.
it was a rather interesting ordeal, and I learned a lot.
So, did you settle the $10 million?
Yeah, the lawyers took care of all that stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Because I was going to borrow $20 off you if you had. still
Well,
got it.
I can write you a check.
I don't know why you showed up here, but it doesn't make any difference because you're going to come over here and sit your butt down.
Yeah.
Well, you need to come over here and
Blah,
get on the
blah,
microphone
blah,
and tell us
blah.
whatever kind of cockamamie
Blah,
story you've dreamed
blah,
up today.
blah, blah. They
Listen
can't
to
hear
it.
you out there.
Yeah, I know. So I want to know finish the story.
Well,
$10 million.
$10 million. They settled it. I mean, it got
Who's
settled. The lawyers settled it.
The lawyer settled it with you.
Well, they settled it with all the parties involved. There was
Did you have to write them a check?
nope. Insurance took care of my part of it.
Oh my God! I'm sure that And the next time you got a bill, it was raised up by what, several $1,000s.
No, it was canceled.
You would cancel your insurance.
Oh, he's lucky. He's very lucky.
Oh my God!
You're very lucky.
So,
Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
Actually, afternoon. No, it's morning.
I know, right? Practically.
Our guest in the remote studio here at the Tex-Mex Lupe Tortilla on the Southwest Freeway is Matt England. Matt,
Hey, guys. Yeah.
Matt and I work together.
Yeah, I'm usually on Facebook with George harassing you.
Yeah, okay. That's where I got that name from.
Yeah.
George, Matt's here.
That's right.
So now you can really harass him.
That's it.
So what
Oh, you're good?
what year is your Challenger?
That's a 2017 Challenger TA.
What's a TA?
Used to be, before GM trademarked it, it was a Trans Am. So it was in the Trans Am series with the Camaro and the Firebird and all
Right.
that back in the 70s.
Because I just now noticed that, and I don't believe that I have ever seen a Challenger TA.
There's one.
They're not hard. I say they're hard to find. They come in the two packages. You got the 5.7, you got the 392. I have the 5.7. My whole goal when I was looking for the car was V8 6-speed manual, which is what that is. That when you get a TA package, it's an inch and a half lower than your standard Challenger. It's also Bilstein suspension comes from the factory. Cold air intake comes from the factory. Ram air hood. The hood pins are optional, which quite honestly, the technology in the hoods now, it's basically aesthetics. There's no point to them. It just looks good.
Cosmetic.
Yeah, that's it. But I tell you, it's so much fun to drive. And I've taken that thing to Tennessee, 10 hours, taking it through back roads. It handles better than some other Challengers that I've tried. I even test drove a 392, and that actually feels like a sports car. It actually feels like a muscle car. It's the closest thing to a muscle car.
Because of the suspension upgrades that they put on that thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. See, I've never really talked to Matt about this, but
I know you just look at it when you get to work and you go, look how dirty it is, because I never have time to clean it.
yeah. Well, I noticed that you got it all cleaned up today.
I did wipe it down. I would have been here sooner, but I was like, you know what? I might want to actually just do a quick
Clean
wipe
it a
down.
little bit.
Yeah, right?
You say you got a 6-speed. Is it a Hearst, or do you want one in it? We can do that.
Yeah, I'll take it to the Don and garage.
Don and Jeff Senior
Don and
Garage.
Jeff's garage.
Yeah, we're. But that one does not have a transaxle. That actually has a real transmission bolted up to the bell housing.
Mark
Yeah.
transmission.
So I would imagine that I have never priced one.
Oh, it's probably really easy.
But while you guys are talking, I'll look it up and find out
there
how
you
much
go.
it is.
The current ones are, I think, where they're ballparking in the 40s.
He's actually taking pictures, so it is going out.
Oh,
You
okay.
see right there on Mike's.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's,
very
that's
nice.
good. Yeah.
Now,
So
yeah, I'm glad I wiped it down.
When that came out in like 1970, wasn't it
Yeah,
a 346
the original, yeah,
pack?
1970, yeah.
Yeah, they were 346 packs.
That's
and,
right. And when they first came out the Challenger, and they put, I say the second run of the Challenger, and they put out that hood that came in the 1970
Oh
TA.
yeah, kind of like a little snorkel.
Yeah, the snorkel hood, which I've thought about down the line actually changing it out to that and give it the real classic look. I mean, it looks like it now with the graphics package and all that, but I figured, do the hood and try and get it as close as possible.
Yeah, because I mean the striping and stuff. I think on the earlier ones, the TA was in the back. I think, wasn't it?
No, it's actually
It's
the
still in that
identical.
fender? Oh, right.
Because I put on Facebook, I have the original 70 with the side pipes, which I've also looked into. Because the side pipe's coming out just before the rear tires.
I did that on the Nova. Threw some headers on it. 72 Nova. People thought I were nuts. Why are you putting it out in front of it? Because they angled up.
Because
This
they
is
have
in
no
the
clue.
70s.
They don't know.
No,
Yeah.
it's an option.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's, just
Trend setting.
yeah, and fun. It's
Yeah.
just so much fun.
Is
You
it
can't
open?
argue with it. Oh,
Get some shots of the interior.
Oh God.
No.
Let's see.
No.
It's kind of clean. You can get the front if you want to look in.
Sure.
I still gotta fix it. And the way, I tell you, the nowadays the way they teach it, the computers basically design these cars to fix that headlight. The brand new bulb is in there, but I need to take actually the wheel well
Oh yeah.
off the take it all off, and then reach my hand in there to actually get it fixated.
Oh yeah.
Like the Chrysler Sebring, remember those things?
Right.
To change out the battery on the driver's side, there was a little compartment. You had to remove the compartment to get to the battery.
Yeah. Yeah. On my Cadillac, to replace just the bulbs, the lamps, you have to have like a 3-year-old's hand to get in there and all that. Or to replace the actual lens bezels, you got to take the bumper off. You got to take the fender, the wheels, everything.
That's what a
just to
lot of
change it,
people were saying about this car in particular, is that they're changing the headlights and what have you, and they're like, oh, it's so easy to take the front end of the car off and do. I'm like, why would you go through so much effort and worry about that?
Dude,
To take the whole front end off and then put it back on, you got to deal with all the clips.
it just so happens that you don't have traditional linkage on that thing either.
No, what's the setup?
It's like a wishbone.
It's similar to mine. It's just got this thing hanging down underneath it.
Hey.
Yeah, and so
Well, that's a wishbone. That's your bracket, and then you got the ball
Oh,
on the bottom.
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how it works, but it's similar to mine. And I don't know how they're shifting these new transmissions, but
We
apparently
could do it.
I know we can. I know
could
we
do it.
can. So guess the
I'm
price.
excited.
You want to guess the price?
Go for it.
$500.
$510.95.
Yeah, so almost the same as yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But I guarantee you that it would make a hell of a difference because based on mine,
That it comes stock with a Tremec 6-speed.
oh wow! So that's all right.
So I mean, the short throw on there now isn't actually too bad. I'm sure if we were to do a Hearst or
Is it? It's not gated, but is it sloppy?
no.
It's not gated.
not sloppy, but it's not gated.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
when
God,
it's notchy. It's
Yeah.
got a real good
Good
lock
notch.
in. You could tell.
Good
it's,
servo mix.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a blast.
We could do that, man.
I know. My guess is, without really knowing, my guess is that you would on his car you'd probably have to get underneath it. I'm out.
That's
I ain't getting under. He can get underneath it.
yeah. I'll take the risk.
He's a big boy.
He is a
We have
big
to-
boy.
Yeah. we have to-
Well, I was just under it earlier this week. I did a they have the active. This was the first year for the active exhaust on the Challengers, the Chargers, and what have you. And a lot of them have issues with, like I did, with the valve, which is basically a washer with a hole in it. It's a butterfly.
Yep.
And to quiet it down, it goes through the little hole, and then as you open up, you throttle up, it valve opens and then blows out the loud noise. And there's not a million, but there's quite a few options out there in the aftermarket world to dummy your computer thinking it's still doing it while leaving the valves open, which is what I ended up having to do because one of the actuators went bad and one of the valves went bad as well where it was rattling. So in the low RPMs, it's rattling and, trying to be quiet, but at the same time, it sounds like you've got,
tin cans underneath the
basically.
hood. Mm-hmm.
So I went looking and I got a product, put it on at work the other day, and much better. Because then you put it in it'll still, and the actuator will still twist back and forth, and it has stoppers on it, so it thinks that it's actually doing its job. And the whole time, you got the loud exhaust, and believe me, it's a big difference. It's not like you actually, you go into high gears and you're hitting the high RPM, and which you couldn't get any more closer to a 70s car because the high RPM is about 5,800 RPM, and then you got to shift again. So it's a lazy climb up and all that, but it's geared so tightly, I could go from first to fourth at 28 miles an hour.
Really?
For your fuel economy, yeah. And
So
they have it in the
gears are
manual.
That close, yeah.
Yeah. They say you just do this about 3/4 away, accelerator down, first to fourth.
They used to have a thing, and I think that it was on my SS Camaro. It was called a skip shift.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get it. You had to buy this little thing that goes into the computer to fool it.
No, really.
Because it would keep you from going, if you're going slow, it would keep you from going from first to second. It would go from first to fourth. Talk about annoying.
Yeah.
What an annoying thing that was. Kind of like that start-stop feature crap.
Oh, engine immobilizer.
We've completely blown through the break.
Yeah.
So I need to take a break, but don't leave because you're it.
You're it.
Yeah, you're it.
I'm
So
done.
you just stay right there
That
and
sounds
don't you dare move.
All right.
Hey, thanks for joining us today here on the In Wheel Time Car Show. It streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts available on your favorite podcast channel. In Wheel Time Car Show continues right after this quick break.
We all know about aftermarket and online parts stores, and each one has something to offer, but they don't offer original factory parts. That's where Bayway comes in. For original factory parts, visit the Bayway stores first. Give them a call or stop by. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevy, and Bayway Lincoln carry a complete line of parts for the do-it-yourselfer. Keeping your newer classic original means a lot, and you can count on these fully stocked parts departments to help keep it that way. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevy, and Bayway Lincoln, keeping it original. Tailpipes and Tacos, Houston's premier monthly cruise-in, returns Saturday, September 18th at the Southwest Freeway Kirby location of Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and you're invited. Collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods will all be on display. If you're a Katy cruiser, make it a road trip, meet new friends, and see some different cruisers at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex restaurant inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. This is Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, inside the Loop at the Lupe Tortilla on the Southwest Freeway in Kirby, where you'll see the In Wheel Time Car Show. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise-in, September 18th, 8 to 11 a.m., weather permitting. The next Katy Tailpipes and Tacos will be announced soon. We hope to see you next weekend at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex on the Southwest Freeway at Kirby. Be there.
So obviously, this is this weekend, the 18th, because Dumb Don forgot to load in the new commercial that he did yesterday morning. So, but at any rate, we're going to be back at the Lupe Tortilla in Katy on the 16th of October. So make your plans now.
Gulf Coast Auto Shield has moved to a more convenient location. Now you can visit John Gray and his staff of dedicated professionals at their new shop on the South Sam Houston Parkway between Belford and Airport in Southwest Houston. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is the best at paint correction and ceramic coatings. Clear bras and custom wraps are specialties that only Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs with award-winning accuracy, and all their services come with a warranty. Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Porsche, and Ferrari owners depend on Gulf Coast Auto Shield for their specialty services, and you should too. The In-Wheel Time Corvette and Cutlass have both been massaged by Gulf Coast Auto Shield, so isn't it time your vehicle visit their new shop in Southwest Houston? Call John Gray today at 832-930-5655 or visit online at gcautoshield.com. That's gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.